in the Hotham handicap, but he just sort of went ordinary, I think.
Cup on Arwons.
That's right, Arwons won very well that day, and he would have been my ride in the Melbourne Cup today if I'd have been riding.
And Arwons about to go forward. Gary, I would ask that you take a good close look at So-Called in the early stages, and also Arwons, Panamint and Taxan, so that we can have your expert comment after the race as Valadero goes in. And we should take up our place now for a description of the 1978 Melbourne Cup. Most of them are in the stalls now. Expectancy. Pretty good line. Almost set now for the Cup. Ready.
A great start in the Melbourne Cup, and down on the inside, Lefroy jumped out well with Big Skipper, and Rain Circle began well. So did Jury, going fast towards the centre. Taxan in behind them, Masook, and they're followed by So-Called and Stormy Rex, and further back is Karua. Back behind them is Boldness, and very deep on the track is Valadero, racing down the straight the first time. It's a packed field now, and Decilia has taken up the running over towards the inside. About a length in advance now. Bill Gola Boy is going up to take it on. They're followed closely by Masook over on the outside, and Big Skipper very prominent just in behind them. They were followed by Drum Shambo, a length and a half. Lefroy on the inside of Jury as they come down the straight. Ring again over on the inside. They were followed by Boldness in that group. Then is Stormy Rex, and wider on the track came Valadero. Next is Rain Circle, a length and a half to Our Big Gamble on the outside of Basidium. Back along the inside is Panamint, a length and a half to Taxana. They're followed by Vibalur, then Karu, a length and a half. Arwons on the outside of So-Called, the favourite third last. Next to last, Dandalitha. And Belmuralad is last of all. Going out of the straight now, just over 2,200 metres left to go. And Bill Gola Boy went to the lead about a length and a half. Masuka half length to Celia. They're followed by Valadero on the outside of Drum Shambo. Back along the rails, Big Skipper, a length to Jury on the inside of Boldness. Back along the fences, Lefroy, a length and a half. Stormy Rex, 1 length to Rain Circle. One further back is Our Big Gamble, a length and a half to Ring again, followed by Basidium, 2 lengths to Panamint on the inside. And they were followed by Karu, a length to Vivalor. So-Called as well back in the field on the inside of Taxana. Back behind them, Arwons is third last with Dandelieth, and last of all is Belmuralad. About 1,700 metres left to go. And it's Bill Gola Boy by a length and a half. Masuka half length to Celia. Valadero running fourth, just behind them. Big Skipper on the inside of Drum Shambo, 2 lengths to Jury. A half Lefroy, followed by Boldness on the rails. Rain Circle a half, then to Stormy Rex, followed by Our Big Gambler. Ring again is next over on the inside, followed by Basidium. Taxan is starting to go forward. 2 lengths further back is Vivalur over on the outside of Panamint, who's still well back in the field. So-Called on the rails, about fourth last. Arwons is dropping out next to last at that point, and last of all is Belmuralad. Racing up towards the 1,200 metre mark, it's Bill Gola Boy, about a length and a half now. In advance of over on the inside, Masook. They're followed by Decilia. Back behind them, Valadero. Drum Shambo on the rails, getting a nice run as Big Skipper. There goes one around the outside of the field. Jury making up some ground, followed by Lefroy, and Taxan is coming right around them as they come up towards the 1,000 metre mark. A length and a half further back is Rang again. So-Called is still well back, and they were followed by Panamint, who's dropped out to last as they come up now with about 850 metres left to go. Bill Gola Boy by a length and a half to Valadero. There goes Jury up on the outside with a good run as they pack right up. Taxan is coming around them in a hurry, followed by Vivalur coming from a long way back. So-Called's got about 3 behind him as they make the turn, 600 to go. And the great Taxan has moved up on the outside to tackle Valadero, who takes the lead in the Cup now. They were clear over on the outside, coming after them quickly. At the head of the others is Karu from a long way back, and they're homeward bound, 400 metres to go. Valadero on the inside as the leader, being challenged by Boldness now. And Boldness ranged up on the outside to take the lead from Valadero. Karu, Arwons. Here comes Arwons with a great run. 200 metres left to go. Arwons takes the lead in the Melbourne Cup. Arwons is clear from Karu. They're followed by Boldness and finishing well down to Lever. Arwons in front from Boldness, close to home. Arwons in front. Arwons in front, close to home. He'll win. Arwons from Dandelieth. Third home is Karu, followed by Boldness. Further back in the field would be So-Called, and they were followed by Jury, and then came further back Valadero, followed by Our Big Gamble. Panamint a long way back in the field, and back behind them Rain Circle, followed by Belmuralad, Vivalur, Basidium, Lefroy, Bill Gola Boy back behind them, and further away Drum Shambo, Taxan.
Now they are moving in well for the Adelaide Cup and they're nearly all in the gates. Yashmak coming forward will be about the last of them up at the 800 metre mark, and the starter climbing his platform, and they're all in the gates. All set in the gates for the running of the 1980 Adelaide Cup. Starter is on his platform and the field stands just about set to go, waiting on the red light. Any moment, there's the red light. Set to go, racing in the Adelaide Cup, and Shogun jumped okay on the inside from Drum Shambo, and they were followed by Golden Black. Fascinating Rhythms dropping in behind them, and so is Cartilla. Yashmak being ridden along on the outside, looking to get over. In fact, it probably would be the leader, wide out from Shogun down on the inside. Diecaster in the centre, Drum Shambo. Summer Fleur's up with them from Mature Wine, and they're followed then by Golden Black, fairly prominent in the early stages, and then comes Range Rover. Then Lovelace Watkins about 4 and 5 wide, improving down the outside of the field from Cartilla. Then License Fee from Love Bandit. Further back, Time Centre, Pearl Lover, Valachi. Rang again and back with it, Castle Wen, and Fascinating Rhythm is last. Running down to the judge the first time, and now Cartilla has taken over with his mouth wide open. Cartilla the leader from Yashmak in second, placing on the fence. Third, Lovelace Watkins has got on the outside of his stablemate in third place. Then Summer Fleur from Diecaster. Range Rover next. Shogun is next, being trailed then by Mature Wine. And on the outside, License Fee as they run around to the 2200 metre mark. And coming to this point, Cartilla shows the way. In second placing is Yashmak. Third, Lovelace Watkins. Summer Fleur fourth on the fence. On his outside, Diecaster. Then a length or so to Mature Wine, followed by Range Rover. Shogun trailing those from License Fee. About a length and a half further back then to Love Bandit from Drum Shambo and Time Centre. Golden Black's about fifth last on his outside then, or just behind him is Rang again. Pearl Lover next, and they're followed by Castle Wen, Valachi, and Fascinating Rhythm is back at the rear. Past the 1850 metre mark in the Adelaide Cup, and Cartilla pilots the field. Lovelace Watkins a length and a half second placing, maybe pulling just a little bit. There's License Fee quickly running up into second place to tackle the leader now. Lovelace Watkins third, Yashmak fourth, about a neck away. They're followed by Diecaster on the outside then of Summer Fleur. And another one going around them there looks like Shogun. They're followed further back in the field of Mature Wine from Range Rover. And then a gap in the field to Golden Black. He's a lot closer today, followed by Pearl Lover, Time Centre. Then comes Valachi, Drum Shambo. Rang again is back second last, and Fascinating Rhythm back at the rear. Running around with 1,300 metres to go, and License Fees hit the front in the cup from Shogun. Lovelace Watkins is third. Diecaster's moved up quickly, fourth on the outside of him. Then Cartilla. They're followed then by Love Bandit, and just in front of it too, Yashmak, and they're followed by Summer Fleur. Range Rover next from Golden Black, further Mature Wine, and then Pearl Lover from Castle Wen. A long way back, Rang again with Valachi, Drum Shambo, and a gap to Fascinating Rhythm back at the rear, but up with about 900 to go. A great battle for the lead. Shogun's taken over, immediately tackled by Diecaster. Yashmak is third, Lovelace Watkins fourth. Love Bandit is fifth, and they're followed then by License Fee, who looks as though he's run his race, and they're followed by Summer Fleur. Then Golden Black, Range Rover as they swing around the turn with Drum Shambo and Castle Wen right off the track. In the straight in the Adelaide Cup, and Yashmak has run to the front. Shows the way now to Diecaster. Yashmak stuck the couple clear. Here comes Lovelace Watkins out after him quickly. Then Love Bandit, and they're followed by Pearl Lover, Summer Fleur and Range Rover. Yashmak the leader, the 3-year-old. Lovelace Watkins trying to get to him at the 250 metre mark. Pearl Lover running on third with Range Rover and Summer Fleur. But Yashmak has stolen a winning break, I think, at the 200 metre mark. Yashmak under the whip, coming away to win the Adelaide Cup. He's well clear, he's got it won. Pearl Lover trying hard in second placing. Yashmak battling on. Pearl Lover won't make it, and Yashmak's won the Adelaide Cup. About 2.5 lengths Pearl Lover. Lovelace Watkins third. Rang again fourth from Fascinating Rhythm, Range Rover. They were followed then by Summer Fleur, Love Bandit, Time Centre, Golden Black, Mature Wine, License Fee, Cartilla, Diecaster a long way back, and Shogun has run last in the event.
Off and running. Pobell a bit slow to get going. On the inside, Packaha jumped out well with Taurus Regent. Away quickly, Warman. Dropping in behind them, Brolga Bank on the inside of Carrigan. Going fast out deep as Hagen's Boy with Gay Garson showing speed, and so is Bayaya. And they were followed by Quash Quay over on the inside of Coolin Boy, Make Mine Brandy. Further back in the field is Cindy's Honour on the inside of Irish Connection. They're followed by Rang again, a length and a half. Packaha, Lee Rani and Pobell last. Swinging out of the straighter. And it's Taurus Regent on the inside, headed now by Gay Garson as they go to the back. A length further back in third place, moving up sharply is Bayeye from Hagen's Boy. They're followed by Warmen on the rails. A half length further back as Carrigan. 2 lengths further away came Concardi. A length and a half. Brolga Bank on the inside of Quash Quay. 2.5 lengths to Make Mine Brandy. They were followed by Coolin Boy. 2 lengths further back as Rang again, and further back in the field Irish Connection, followed by Cindy's Honour. Then Lee Rani on the outside of Packaha, and 3 lengths back in last place is Pobell. Along the back, 1,200 to go. Gay Garson by a half length to Bowen. Moving up sharply on the outside, Carrigan. Just behind them, Taurus Regent. A half length further back as Hagen's Boy there, followed closely by Warman. A length further back, Kincardie going up on the outside. Rang again, close in behind them. Make Mine Brandy. Brolga Bank on the inside of Quashquai, and 4 deep is Coolin Boy. A length and a half back behind them. At the head of the others, making some ground, Irish Connection, followed by Cindy's Honour. And a good long break to Packaha. Well back in the field at that point, followed by Lee Rani, and Pobell was still last of all. 700 to go. Gay Garson joined by Bayi, a length in advance of Carrigan. They're followed by Taurus Regent, 2 lengths away in the field. Hagen's Boy and Rang again running on pretty well. They're followed next by Warman, hard-ridden as Croncarty, moving around them sharply on the outside. Pobell from a long way back. They're followed by Lee Rani and Coolin Boy. They're about to straighten up. It's Gay Garson, tackled by Bayi, Taurus Regent, and wide on the track. Rang again is coming home very hard. They're followed by Hagen's Boy, and further back down the outside comes Cobell, coming down towards the 250, and Rang again has burst to the lead from Hagen's Boy. They're nicely out in front of Carrigan, and down the outside Concarty, followed by Lee Rani, but Rang again as well clear. Hagen's Boy running on well along the inside, but it's Rang again in front of Hagen's Boy. Rang again holding Hagen's Boy, and Rang again goes to the line to score well. It's Rang again by 2 lengths to Hagen's Boy. Irish Connection's got up to run third, just ahead of Lee Rani, and they were followed by Carrigan. Further back then came Warman, Brolga Bank, Coolin Boy, Cindy's Honour, then Concarty, well back to Gay Garson, Taurus Regent, and further back to Packaha, and back behind them in the field. At the head of the others then came Bayi, followed by Mate.
Go. Fairly even break. Manacrest back towards the rear early and down towards the inside. Drumshambo, one of the best out. Gentle Joker out deep on the track is showing pace with Meander Sun. Just behind them, Sarfraz in a handy spot early. Further back to Lee Rani on the outside of Castle Wen, Somerset Nile. And back towards the rear when they went past the winning post. Andreas rang again and Manacrest was last of all. They go out of the straight, 2200 to travel. Gentle Joker got across to the fence to lead now by 2 lengths to Meander Sun, looking for the rails. Third on the inside, Drumshambo, a length and a half then on the outside to Sarfraz. A half-length licence fee in the box seat on the rails, followed by Lee Rani, 3/4 to Castle Wen. A length and a half to Andreas, followed by Somerset Nile, 1 length to Rang again, at a half length to Manacrest last of all. 1900 to go as they race down the Maribyrnong side, and Gentle Joker held together, led by 2.5 lengths to Meander Sun. A half length away third on the inside, Drumshambo, 2 lengths away to Sarfraz on the outside of Licence Fee. 2 lengths then to Lee Rani, followed by Castle Wen the rails. Andreas fourth last, followed by Somerset Nile, Rang again, and Manacrest still last of all as they race to the 1600. It's Gentle Joker out by 2.5 still to Meander Sun, bowling along this leader in front. Third on the inside, Drumshambo, followed by Sarfraz, has had a beautiful run most of the way. Licence Fees on its inside, followed next by Lee Rani around the outside of Castle Wen as they go into the gloom at the back of the track. Further back to Somerset Nile, Andreas Rang again, and Manacrest still last of all. 1200 to go at the back of the track. Gentle Joker still holding that 2.5 length lead over Meander Sun. 2 lengths away third to Drumshambo, followed by Sarfraz, moving up around the outside of Licence Fee and keeping that horse in a pocket. A length and a half away then to Andreas, followed by Lee Rani, who's losing ground, and Castle Wen getting up along the inside. Manacrest looking for a run, and further back in the field then to Rang again, hooked to the outside. Somerset Nile is now last of all. 800 to go, and Gentle Joker still out in front, led by 2 lengths to Meander Sun, hunted up to go out after the leader. Sarfraz has moved up third on the outside, and just behind them along the inside there was Licence Fee scrubbed up. Drumshambo can't go on. Further back in the field then to Lee Rani, getting up along the inside, Castle Wen. Manacrest was still last as they made the turn into the straight. Gentle Joker still piloting in the field, followed from Meander Sun, who's gone. Licence Fee getting up along the rails and out after the leader, and Sarfraz held together by Highland. He's waiting for the last run at them. Then further back in the field, running on, Rang again, and out wide of Somerset Nile, and Manacrest now coming into the picture. 300 to go. Gentle Joker under the whip, tackle now by Sarfraz. Rang again joining in, then Somerset Nile, and Manacrest is struggling. Here's a great go. Rang again on the outside, got its head in front of Sarfraz, who's fighting back. Licence Fee looking for run between them all. Castle Wen got knocked over. Here's a great go nearing the line. Licence Fee on the inside, getting to Rang again, and Sarfraz in the centre. They go to the line, locked together. Dead heat. Rang again and Licence Fee just ahead of Sarfraz. And behind them was Drumshambo, followed by Lee Rani, then Gentle Joker, followed by Somerset Nile. Further back to Andreas, followed in by Meander Sun. Manacrest a shocking run second last, and last of all Castle Wen.